Millions of people have known Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, or Bill Gates as the richest man around the globe. However, there's one family that started accumulating their wealth since the 18th century. They are the Rothschilds, the richest family in the world. Due to its historical wealth and influence, the Rothschild family has been the subject of numerous conspiracy theories, ranging from claims that the family controls the weather to allegations that it is a puppet master of global financial institutions. Their vast fortune has inspired hundreds, if not thousands, of conspiracy theorists who were adamant that the Rothschilds are the ones controlling the world. Welcome to Modern Luxury, where we explore the high-end stories of today. Before getting into the video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to be updated on the luxurious topics worldwide. Let's begin. The Rothschild family was not always surrounded by wealth and luxury. Their story begins in the Middle Ages, when they were forced to live in the Jewish ghetto of Frankfurt, Germany. Their surname is derived from their ancestral home. Houses were not identified by numbers, but rather by symbols above the door. The Rothschilds' house had a red shield, and their name is spelled Red Shield in German. The Crown Prince Wilhelm of Hesse hired the Rothschild patriarch Meyer Amschel Rothschild in 1769. When the prince took control in 1785, he chose Meyer as a court Jew to administer his kingdom's finances. While such a position would be immensely offensive today, it was one of the highest distinctions a Jew could receive in Catholic-dominated Europe at the time. Every affluent aristocrat had a court Jew who was in charge of their finances, although the Bible expressly forbids lending money for profit. While most aristocracy have the moral compass of a drunken ape in a brothel, they needed to maintain that God-obeying image or risk losing not only their peers' esteem, but also their lands and fortune. Many Jews, like the Rothschilds, saw this as a chance to amass huge fortunes. Meyer was able to build a bank and send his son Nathan to London with the money he earned. During the Napoleonic Wars, this enabled Meyer to move Wilhelm's Richest to London and even finance the British in their struggle. Meyer's other four sons opened banks in Paris, Naples, and Vienna after the Napoleonic Wars. In times of financial crisis, they primarily assisted aristocrats. In times of war, or when countries are on the verge of bankruptcy, they lent huge sums of money to countries where they had financial capital in exchange for handsome interest. As it turned out, the Rothschilds funded and profited from every European war in the 19th century. And believe me when I say there was no shortage. In my opinion, financing both sides in a conflict that causes destruction and misery is unethical, but no one can argue with the outcome. The Rothschilds' vast fortune is the subject of many legends today. According to some sources, the world's wealthiest family owns about $500 trillion. That is, however, not only difficult to believe, but also practically impossible, given that the global capital is estimated to be between $1 and $2 quadrillion. So a family controlling a quarter to half of the world's wealth is insane. Most estimates place their wealth between $500 billion and $1 trillion. That's roughly 2 to 4 times more than the next richest person, Elon Musk. Although the Rothschilds' primary source of wealth is their banks, they have also dabbled in mining, transportation, real estate, art, and stocks over the years. They have a minority share in the Suez Canal, and legend says they have 30% shares in all major banks worldwide. While the latter may be unbelievable, the Rothschilds aren't going to disappear anytime soon. The lifestyle of the Rothschilds is shrouded in mystery. They are masters at concealing both their true wealth, which could be larger than the entire southern hemisphere, and their personal lives. Nonetheless, we get a glimpse of the lavish life behind closed doors from time to time. The Rothschilds, unlike many pop stars, do not waste their money on flashy and fancy items with little investment value. The majority of their purchases have only one goal: to make more money over time. They have a large art collection and are one of the largest donors to art museums around the world. For example, They donated the $40,000 4th century Lycurgus cup to the British Museum, among other things. Around 3,500 works of art were taken from the Rothschilds' estates during the Nazi occupation of France, and Hitler himself came to choose from the prized possessions. Most art pieces were returned after the war, but some have yet to be found. The Rothschilds are arguably the world's largest gold owners. They own shares in gold mines as well as precious metal. They don't have golden cars or AK-47s like some of the narco boss's children, but they do have a lot of gold bars. Jacob Rothschild recently exchanged large amounts of British pounds and US dollars for gold, which many financial experts believe is concerning for Western economies. Gold now accounts for about 8% of Jacob's assets. The Rothschilds have one of the largest real estate portfolios in the world, with mansions, estates, chateaus, and villas spanning the globe from the United States to Israel. Their estates would make any royal family envious. In Buckinghamshire alone, they have over 13 lavish manors. Each one is valued at more than $10 million. They have a mansion that is open to the public and is the Rothschilds' crown jewel. Over 450,000 people come to see the Rothschilds' lavish lifestyle and class at this luxurious home. The family is thought to own real estate worth between $20 and $25 billion around the world. The family recently sold a piece of land in Austria that was the size of Manhattan for $112 million. Naturally, some luxury purchases aren't exactly investments. Nat Rothschild, for example, spent over $100 million on a super yacht. The Planet 9, as the yacht is known, has a crew of 26 people and can accommodate 16 guests. The large ship is propelled at 16 knots by 2 Caterpillar engines. The yacht also has a helicopter deck where guests can arrive and depart whenever they want. Nat is a proud owner of the $60 million ultra-expensive deluxe private jet. The Bombardier Global 6000 is one of the most expensive planes on the market, seating up to 14 passengers in ultra-luxury comfort. Nat's purchases, on the other hand, pale in comparison to those of his extravagant great-granduncles. Walter Rothschild is still considered one of the most frugal Rothschilds today. He spent a lot of money on exotic animals like a giant tortoise, hundreds of birds, and even zebras because of his zoological passion. 3 zebras were trained by the eccentric billionaire to pull his carriage around London. Walter amassed the largest specimen collection the world has ever seen. In his later years, he donated his bird collection to the American Museum of Natural History in New York. The rest of his incredible collection was also donated to the Natural History Museum after his death. Since the 18th century, the Rothschilds have been known for instigating conspiracies. Many anti-Semitic myths about Jews controlling the world's money arose from their vast wealth during that time. The family has been linked to the Illuminati, the New World Order, the world's 5-dimensional lizards, and a slew of other bizarre theories. In reality, the Rothschilds are just a large family of wealthy people who prefer to live their lives in private rather than face public scrutiny. Have you heard of any Rothschilds conspiracy before? Do you agree with these controversial theories? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked and enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more insightful videos, get notified by clicking the bell button below. From the high-end stories of today, this has been Modern Luxury. As always, we look forward to seeing you again in one of our videos. Thanks for watching.